Welcome, my friends, to PMP Exam Mindset. Over the past number of days, we've been covering task by task, going through the people domain, and we're eventually going to cover the process and the business domain. Just so you know, a lot of this training is from the book PMP Exam Immersion. PMP Exam Immersion tackles the 35 tasks of the PMP exam bit by bit. So if you were ever in a bind, not knowing how to study for the exam and getting quite frantic, I want you to know that you have a solution to help you in addition to these videos. So we're tackling the 35 tasks step by step. I talk about it. I give you a quick quiz on just one task with one question just to anchor your mind, get that PMP muscle memory into operation. So when you are on the exam, you've already seen tons of questions that are very similar to what you'll be getting. Okay, so let's jump into today. People, task 6, build a team. The quote from Henry Ford says, "Coming together is a beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success." And this is what teamwork is all about for the project manager. In the book, we talk about assessing stakeholder skills, the importance of assembling a team whose members complement each other's abilities, and in the realm of Agile, just know that this is an ongoing process. One of the things I would like to begin to add to our curriculum here is some very quick true or false questions before we jump into the main question for the day. So here's our true or false question. True or false? A successful Agile team is made up of members with similar skills to avoid confusion. The answer is false. A successful Agile team thrives on diversity of skills and cross-functionality. Members with complementary skills can cover a broader range of tasks, support each other, and bring different perspectives to problem solving, leading to more robust solutions. 2. True or false? Diversity in teams, in team skills, is not important in Agile project management. Well, again, this is false. The rationale: diversity in team skills is highly important in Agile project management. Cross-functional teams composed of individuals with varied expertise are better equipped to handle diverse challenges, reduce dependencies, and deliver complete increments of work. Number 3, true or false? Building a team in Agile is a one-time event at the start of a project. You can already guess that this is false. Building teams in Agile is an ongoing process. Teams evolve through stages like Tuckman's model, the 5 stages of team development: forming, storming, norming, performing, adjourning, and continuous effort is needed to foster collaboration, trust, and high performance through activities like retrospectives, shared learning, and conflict resolution. Number 4, cross-functional teams are a hallmark of Agile methodology. True or false? Well, in the world of Agile frameworks, this is true. Cross-functional teams are a defining characteristic of Agile. These teams possess all the necessary skills to complete a piece of work from start to finish, reducing external dependencies and enabling faster delivery. Your final true or false question for the day: the Agile team building process includes regular reflection and adaptation. This is indeed true. Agile team building involves continuous reflection and adaptation, primarily through retrospectives. Teams regularly assess their process, interactions, and effectiveness, making adjustments to improve their collaboration and performance over time. So, my friends, this is a new format where we took a look at some true or false questions, and now we are going into our actual question for the day. Build a team. Let's read the question, and I'll give you some time to choose the answers. A newly formed project team composed of individuals from various functional departments is struggling with internal dynamics. There are frequent arguments over meeting etiquette, decision-making authority, and how feedback should be given, leading to an unproductive environment. What is the project manager's most effective initial action to address these foundational issues and improve team functionality? Is it A, facilitate a collaborative session where the team collectively defines and agrees upon explicit ground rules for communication, decision making, conflict resolution, and meeting etiquette, fostering shared ownership? Is it B, provide individual coaching to each team member on professional conduct and conflict resolution techniques to mitigate immediate tensions? Is it C, implement a set of predefined organizational ground rules, distributing them to the team and requiring their immediate adherence to standardized behavior? Or is it D, establish a formal escalation matrix for all interpersonal issues, directing team members to report deviations to their functional managers for resolution? I'll give you some time to think about it. All right. Let's take a look at the options and make some conclusions. So, what exactly is the problem here? It says a newly formed project team is struggling with internal dynamics. Their arguments, meeting etiquette, decision-making authority, how feedback should be given. It sounds like they do not have a social contract. So what will help them be able to decide their social contract? So looking at A, facilitate a collaborative session where the team collectively defines and agrees upon ground rules. Right off the bat, that sounds like something that could solve the problem because it's for the related things: communication, decision making, conflict resolution, meeting etiquette. So A may not be a bad option right off the bat. Let's take a look at B. Provide individual coaching to each team member on professional conduct and conflict resolution techniques to mitigate immediate tensions. While this is not bad, there's no congruence and collaboration across the team in getting to this point. You want to make it a team sport. You want to make it collaborative to put everyone on the same page. So I wouldn't go with B. C, implement a set of predefined organizational ground rules, distributing them to the team and requiring their immediate adherence to standardized behavior. When you hear things like that, those are red flags immediately for non-agile realms. So beware of that. Option D, establish a formal escalation matrix for all interpersonal issues. Just take a look at the word all. So we're saying go crying to someone else each and every time, directing team members to report deviations to their functional managers. What a poor use of time. For that reason, my friends, we are going with option A. When building a new team and addressing foundational dynamics, the most effective initial action is to facilitate a collaborative session where the team collectively defines and agrees upon their own ground rules. This fosters shared ownership and commitment, leading to more sustainable improvements in team functionality than imposed rules or individual coaching alone. So, my friends, when you take a look at what we have here in building a team, there are many variables that you need to be aware of. I want to remind you of some of these variables. You got to remember to, number one, be aware of the 5 stages of team development and help people get through the storming stage. Okay. It's also important that you realize there's such a thing as situational leadership in the Hersey-Blanchard model. Know that before you exam, understand it, and put on your thinking cap to explore the different ways you could influence, the different ways you could lead, and how you can help your team overcome obstacles. Okay? Whenever you have a choice of working with people individually or working with them in a collaborative team environment, as long as you are not giving feedback of a personal nature, always use the team environment, the team being together, to give feedback when it involves everyone, especially when it comes to teaching, it comes to coaching, it comes to mentoring, topics that affect the entire team. It would make sense to do this more collaboratively. Okay? So those are some of the philosophies, my friends. Again, you got to know your Hersey-Blanchard model. You got to know your forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. And you got to have the mindedness talked about in the Agile Manifesto to know when to put on that hat. And it will be very obvious from the questions. Okay? So I hope you found this useful. See you next time.